There are over hundreds of species that exist in the world of Dragon Ball, and I'll explain every major one, including some you might not know or realize where they actually came from. Let's start with us, humans. Nothing out of the ordinary except for some, which includes Krillin, Yamcha, Master Roshi, Yajirobe, and many more. But humans are not the only species that live on Earth. People like Tien, who is classified as a Triclops, are a subspecies of humans that come from aliens that settled on planet Earth. I mean, you got ninja dogs, wise cats, a morphing pig, a talking turtle, and many, many more. So, to keep it simple, all are comprised into one race called Earthlings. Now we have the Saiyans. They come from not planet Vegeta, but planet Sadala before it was destroyed by an internal discord. Once they arrived at the so-called planet Vegeta, it was already inhabited by another race called the Tuffles, who were technologically advanced but were no match to the Saiyans' Uzaru form. After some time, they meet another race called the Arcosians, who have money and technology, and made an alliance with the Saiyans in exchange for power over planets, which over time were drafted by the Frieza Force. There are also hybrid Saiyans, and the only ones we know so far is Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Pan. Next up we have the androids, and there are no real origins of the androids. It's usually inevitable whenever intelligent species develop technologies. A well-known example would be Dr. Gero, who created the infamous Android 17 and 18, and Cell, and many more. Of course, we got the Universe 3, who their fighters are mostly androids under the control of Dr. Pepperoni. Next species are the core people. This is where we get our King Kais and Supreme Kais. They come from a magical fruit that is also from a magical tree called a Kaiju. It is possible for a regular Kai to become a Supreme Kai under proper training, unlike Zamasu, who's very corrupted. We can't forget about the Namekians, the founders of the Dragon Balls, and exist both Universe 6 and 7. A well-known figure from the Namekians are Piccolo, Dende, Kami, Nail, even Slug if you want to count them in. There's nothing much to say about them besides that they lay eggs out of their mouths. The Frieza race are not really well established aside from being one of the most powerful species if they actually tried, because they are already strong to begin with. They have other names people call them by, such as Frost Demons, or even Arcosians, as I previously mentioned, but they are not confirmed, so for now, they are just called the Frieza race. Now we are heading to the Angels, the highest status in the hierarchy of the multiverse. Their role is to guide the gods of destruction, but also be their personal attendant. The Grand Minister, who is the father of all the angels, serves as an advisor and guiding figure to Zeno and future Zeno. And of course, there's almost no background information about the angels, aside from being the most powerful species, and that they remain neutral and never interfere with mortal conflict. Except for one, but it didn't end well for him. Of course, there can't be an angel without demons. They're not as strong as the angels, but can be quite threatening. There are many species within the demon race, such as ogres, vampires, devils, and Deborah, being the king of the demon realm, is not the strongest of all. You got people like Janemba, who is made up of all evil, or even Majin Buu, because the word Majin is called demon person. Remember when I mentioned the Kaiju tree producing the Kais and Supreme Kais? There can also be a bad apple, which as a result is sent to the demon realm. The dragons are a quite unique set of species. There are dragons that are cute and cuddly like Icarus, and there are dragon gods that can grant you wishes such as Purunga, Shenron, or Tarambo. Or you can go even beyond universal levels such as the Super Shenron. And there can also be evil dragons such as shadow dragons that exist off of negative energy due to wishes Shenron granted. Now Majin, or also known as magical person, are a race of magical beings, and it's just made of pure magic. We don't really have much info where the Majins originally come from. The only person that best represents the Majins is Majin Buu, and we all saw how strong they can get. And that will be all. I know it's not the best explanation for each species I mentioned, since most of them have lots of history. I'm just only giving you a brief idea of what they are and who is associated. But if you guys want a deep dive on one of them, who would it be? Anyways, if you guys enjoy this, be sure to subscribe for a free cookie, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.